Hello.
Hi.
Are we starting this now or after?
Are we sharing it
Uh,
now? Yeah, we can share it
we
now.
could. I don't know. I think we can wait. Do you want to? Should
Okay.
we still make the form?
Wait, how does the Q&A work?
I guess we're gonna find out.
Oh, we can't
Um,
participate in it? Oh, ask your
can
audience to submit questions and they will appear below. Where do they submit questions?
good question. Let's see.
Where does audience submit questions on Google Hangouts?
I think it's the event page or the
Um,
video page or something like that. Hey, I found it. Okay.
Wait, where?
I think you can do it through Google. Uh-oh.
Google.
Let me see.
The Q&A app is unavailable when watching Hangouts on air through YouTube.
Okay, that's fine. It's through here, I think.
Okay.
Is it working?
Uh, how do I ask though?
you can comment underneath it, but I don't see like a Q&A section.
Let me say,
Um, Let me screen share it.
is that like ask a question? No.
Okay, so I'm a screen sharing, right?
Yeah.
Okay, you see
Now you
my
are.
screen?
1 sec. Okay, yeah.
Sorry, I have like 6 million tabs. So when you click on the thing, you go to a page that looks sort of like this, right? And you can comment like that. But if you go here,
If you click on the play button.
yeah, then this thing pops up.
Oh.
This is where you can like watch it, and once it all loads, this guy, uh-oh, my cursor disappeared.
Oh no.
Once it all loads,
hmm
so I'm watching a screen share of my own screen. This is fun.
This
Oh
is
my
really
gosh.
funny. Oh my god, Inception. Oh.
Okay, I muted it. So, oh. So on my other screen, there's an Ask Questions button down here.
Not on this one.
Why?
Let me try.
Like here, like on here, I see an Ask a New Question button here.
Oh, wait. I think. Oh, I see the button. Ask a new question. Let me try.
Like here, like on here,
Let me
I see an
ask.
Ask a
Hi,
New Question
James.
button here.
Does this work? Oh, I see the
Oh, look.
ask a new question. Oh my god, I hear myself again. There we go.
Okay,
Okay, I
let's
see it
see.
too.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll delete the
Uh,
question now.
no, we have to see how we can answer it
Oh,
first.
never mind. Well, don't we answer it by speaking?
We could answer by speaking. I'm just seeing if there's a way to type things or two. No? Oh no, but like, okay, now it says currently answering blah, right? Here?
Yeah.
Okay, so we can select questions to be like blah blah blah. Okay.
Cool.
Yes, Supriya, this works.
Yay!
Done.
Where are you going?
I think maybe, do they have to have a Google account to be able to ask questions?
Maybe.
Maybe, yeah.
So maybe we should have a forum as well, just in case.
They can comment on the Facebook post if anything.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what we did last year. Or they messaged us like privately.
Yeah.
Mm.
I'd say they could do that too.
Okay. I need to close as many tabs as possible now before I like blow my computer apart.
Yeah, I feel like this is stressing my computer out because the fan turned on.
Oh.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Am I still screen sharing? I forgot
Yeah.
about that. It's-
Okay. Heel, have you done all the water? Yeah, let's give you more.
Start closing things. Close. Close. I have a lot of tabs open. If anyone was looking at that.
Yeah. Don't worry, it happens.
My brother was like, "Why do you have so many tabs open?" I was like, "That's not a lot." Okay. Oh, right. You probably want the post, the event page post. Yeah. Or the YouTube page, but let's give them the event page. Okay.
James messaged you. So
Oh,
that's the link we
Goodness.
post?
Yep.
Okay. Who wants to do it?
I can post it.
Cool.
Eileen's sort of the rep, so let her do it, I guess.
You could have done it too, James. I didn't mind.
Go, Eileen. By the way, I can only stay till like 6-ish, if that's okay.
I think that's
Okay.
as long as it'll take, yeah.
We'll see.
Gone for a while sometimes, though. And then first year,
Yeah.
started giving Anjo love advice and dating advice. It was quite a time. Remember that, James?
I remember that.
Who was it? Was it Ross?
Andrew,
No, it
what?
was Connor.
Yeah, it's Connor.
Connor was giving
Always Connor.
Yeah. You know the clock is still not fixed?
Yeah, it's still
No?
not.
It isn't.
Is it just the three of us?
Yep.
What?
The three of us.
Wait, what?
I'm confused.
Sorry, let me post it.
Yeah.
Just have to make sure I don't have like 6 million. What's this? Oh, it's that. Yeah, okay, it works.
Okay.
Hannah Dies posted a new photo on Instagram.
Are you serious?
It showed up on my
I
Facebook.
don't have Instagram.
Oh, well, it shows
Well-
up on her Facebook too.
Well, also, I'm not Facebook friends with her, so I don't know if I see that.
What?
Is she a year
Really?
older? No, she's 2 years older than you?
3.
3?
Three,
Okay.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, when we were in first year, she was in 4th year.
Oh, wow, okay.
Seen by 6.
They're gonna start showing up.
Thanks, Supriya.
Anytime.
Okay.
La 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 la.
3 viewers.
How do you
But
know?
that might just be us.
Oh, because if they're watching, wait, what happens when you click the link?
Why do I suddenly have 2 friend requests?
Because I don't know.
But also the Facebook is lagging. I have too much open. But also the Facebook is lagging. Thanks, whoever has that over.
That was me.
If you have the video open, make sure to mute it, or else you're just gonna hear everything, and it's gonna be super
Also,
confusing.
Facebook is like
You got a question or a comment?
a comment.
Q&A.
Already.
Yeah.
Good to know.
Yay!
I guess we can wait for more people to come on, and then we can do the whole introduction thing.
Mm-hmm.
James, this is our 3rd time doing this.
I know, right?
We're so old.
I feel old, yeah.
I know. Oh, wow. Question.
Hmm? Oh. Sorry, I'm looking at something else right now.
Okay, so the question is, since iSci is the only supplementary application program in the science department, now the School of Integrated Science, do you feel...
Interdisciplinary.
Yeah.
Sorry, what did I just say?
Integrated.
That's because my supervisor always says that, and now I'm saying it. Now, the School of Interdisciplinary Science, do you feel as if we're treated differently, whether positive or negative, by the students/faculty? I feel like you can't really tell the changes because it's more of an administrative change than anything.
Yeah.
Like we talked, I know like when it was getting changed, Sarah Robinson and like Chad were telling us about it, and they said like we got that email, and it said the biggest thing that'll change is the location of the academic advisor's offices.
Mm-hmm.
That was probably the biggest change. I don't think it really does affect us overall, though.
Yeah. Like if
Started
there are
using
any
their
changes
ThinkSpace.
that are taking place, they're not happening now, if anything.
Mm-hmm.
They're using the ThinkSpace a bit more.
Yeah, the ThinkSpace is actually not ours at all. It was never ours. It was just used by us a lot, but now the classes are getting bigger and they can fit like less people in there.
Yeah. I think though what the question is actually asking is whether we think that iScis are treated differently from people in other programs. That's how I'm interpreting it.
Okay, I thought it was like, yes, that's true. I don't know. To be honest, I don't know. Because I feel like, yeah, some people always have some type of prejudice against other programs. And then some people don't care. It's just like if you were in engineering or if you were in social sciences, there's always like some type of, I don't know, stigma associated with everything. I don't really know how to describe it. I think that's
I don't know. I haven't.
though. Like if you're in health sci versus if you're in art sci, if you're in biochem versus if you're in earth sci or physics, like there's always going to be the.
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't know. I mean, in my experience, I haven't had any bad experiences.
I haven't either, so.
Like for the most part, it's actually what's that?
Yeah, I get that too. What's iSci? By faculty, I know like a lot of professors value iSci students in their lab. Like they like having iSci students because we are kind of doing research from day one. Like by the time you're in third year, you've already done like an independent, well, not an independent, an enrichment project, and in third year you will be doing an independent research project. So by the time you're looking for someone to be your thesis supervisor, you've already had so much experience. So I've seen iSci students excel and like faculty love them, but I don't know about, like, I can't speak for everyone. I don't know, James, what do you think?
I think so. I mean, like, generally, I think they're like, okay, that's cool, you do all this research, and then...
Yeah, basically. Eileen, do you have any view on it?
Not really, because I can't really compare it, I guess. Like, I don't know, between like first semester and second semester, I don't think there's much of a difference. Like, we have met with the director, like at iSci Society meetings, but I think that's about it.
There's nothing that you should be concerned about right now. And that answers that.
Okay.
More questions. Is there anything on the actual post?
Not yet, because I get notifications, and there haven't been any yet.
Okay.
Okay, we got another question. How does the Big Civ program work?
You want to take it,
That's
Eileen?
all yours, Eileen.
Okay, so basically, I think, Supriya, you talked about it. You told me about it. You said that it was designed for like at the beginning when iSci was first created, because iSci was a very, very difficult program when it first started in 2009. So then the incoming second years for that year thought it'd be a good idea for them to help out the incoming first years. So that's when the Big Sip program started. So basically, at first, it was, I believe, just one second year paired up with one first year. And the second year was their Big Sip, the first year was the Little Sip. And then last year, Adam Marr, who was the second year rep, he actually decided to try something new. So instead of having just one-on-one or maybe one big sib with two little sibs, he created these sib families. So then when you go into first year, you won't just be paired up with one big sib and maybe like a co-sib, but instead you'll have 2, 3, or 4 big sibs, and you'll have co-sibs who are like students in your year who will be in your little family. I'll explain this more in the post that I'll probably send out in June, like when you're done exams and all. So it'll just be a questionnaire asking you questions about yourself and your interests, and then I will read through them with the committee, and then we'll do our best to try to pair you up with someone in our year that we think would match you. And basically, they're there to act as like mentors for you, and they're also like friends. So if you have any problems like academically, socially, or just like transitioning into university, they'll be there for you. And iSci's, I think, like they really, really like helping. So it's just a really good way for you to like get to know some upper years and learn more about iSci, because it can be tricky sometimes, but it's nice to have someone who's like experienced with you. But yeah, and then we also try to hold events. So we have like potlucks where you'll get together with your SIP families, you'll make some food, and then you come in, and then we all just sort of eat and like play games, get to know other families and interact and just meet new people. And then we'll also try to plan more social events for you as well. Yeah, I think that covers it. I don't know, Supriya, do you want to add anything?
Yeah, sure. So the way the Big Sib program works, in addition to what Eileen just said, is that your Big Sib can either act as a mentor for you, it could act as someone who tutors you, provides you with academic support, tells you how to deal with stress or time management. So on your application, it'll ask you what you're looking for within a Big Sib, and then you will be paired up with what you feel is best suited for your needs individually. I don't know. anything else.
Yeah. It's just a really like unique program, I think, for
Yeah.
iSci, and like a lot of programs are also trying to develop mentoring programs, so it's
The
nice.
amount of emails we've gotten.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's nice. iSci is like the spearhead for that. So yeah.
It's really neat because you can trace your family
Yes.
lineage back to like the very first year of iSci ever.
So when
Kind
you
of hard to
come
do
into
that now.
Yeah, kind of hard to do that now. I don't know, Eileen, if you're keeping the traditional or if you're gonna go with what Adam did.
I think I'm keeping it more as what Adam did, but I'm leaving it open, so I'll see. I think most people do want families. Like, we liked the families, just in case if you don't really, like, click with your one big sib. But I'm giving people the option if they do want to sib on their own, like, I'll leave that up to them.
Okay.
But for the most part, I'm sure it'll be families. But I'll keep them a bit smaller, because maybe, like, 2 to 3 big sibs rather than, because there are some families with, like, 4.
Yeah.
Big sibs, 4 little sibs, and there's some families with 3 big sibs and 1 little sib. So I'll just try to keep it like consistent.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
There was another question, I think.
Okay.
There are 2 more.
Oh. Oh yeah, you're right. There are 2 more. So which one do we address first?
They don't timestamp them, which is kind of sad.
Yeah. I think the profs one came first.
I think so.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, the professors, there's actually being a change in faculty this year. So what's going on is 2 of the profs that the first years currently just had are moving to a different school for a full-time position.
2.
And, pardon?
2?
Yeah, Rob and,
Rob's leaving?
Rob?
Yeah.
Oh.
What?
He's a postdoc, right? So his term is up.
Where's he going?
Either UBC or Western
Oh wow.
or WISC.
Oh my.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Anyway, iSci profs are very invested in pedagogy, which is the research of education. So they actually care about their teaching methods, if students are learning, how they can improve their teaching style, so students benefit the most from it. So I would say iSci profs are amazing because they care so much. And not only do they care about your academics, they care about your well-being, your health. If you're getting enough sleep, I don't think you can find professors in any other program that care that much about you individually.
Mm-hmm.
You're on a one-on-one basis with them, so they know your name, and you can like literally go up to your prof and be like, "Hi, Chad," not "Hi, Dr. Harvey," because that sounds weird. Yeah. So I would say the profs are amazing, and they try really hard, and they put in a lot of effort into designing the program and getting feedback and making changes as they go. And because they put so much work into it, they expect the same out from you.
Yeah, they're really passionate.
They are so passionate. They love what they do.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Anyone else have anything to add?
I think you covered everything I wanted to say already.
I'm so sorry. Just blabbing on.
Actually, Omar is not going to be teaching the first years next year as well. So Omar was our math prof. He's going to Spain, actually.
Oh.
But yeah, I'm not sure who will be replacing him.
I know Chad isn't going to be here for first term.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So basically, the only prof that's going to be there the whole time is Carolyn.
Sarah Simmons should be back.
Oh, true. True. Okay. Yeah.
Is that
Did
it?
you answer
Andrew
that?
Colgoni's still there.
Oh, well, yep. I'm pretty sure he wouldn't be.
I'm sure Randy will be there too.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I think we're done with this question.
Okay.
Next one. James.
Next. Which one?
If you were
you want me to know? Yeah. I got it. Okay. To be honest, I don't know what people's entering averages were, so
I
I
think
can't
you can
really
have a
say.
high 80 and get in, and then marks don't
Yeah,
matter after that point. Um,
but like I don't know what other people's averages were when they came in, so I can't really say like how I feel compared to other people.
I think like the way you can interpret this question is those people who seem to answer all the questions and like like some people give off that vibe that they're like they don't even mean to give off that vibe. They're just
Yeah,
really
I
smart
know,
and you can
I
tell.
know.
You can tell when people are really smart. I don't know. I feel like I would feel like I just need to work a bit harder. Anything. Like you are going to be in a pool of people who got 99 out of high school, and you're going to be in a pool of people who got 85. So there might be this mismatch, but I feel like as long as you keep working hard and if you need help, you get that help, you should be fine.
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone else has.
I I was pretty. I mean, someone's got a video. Someone should mute their video. Anyway, so I was pretty okay with like there were all these people who were like super smart, and I was like, oh, these people are really smart and they know what they're doing. And I don't know, generally they're pretty good with like I
I
was like,
guess
oh,
it's
I
a
need
shock
physics
for
help, and
people.
I go to Tristan.
Yeah, it's a shock for people because a lot of the people who come into this program, they're at the top. And a mix of people that are like equally smarter than them. I mean, sorry, equally smart as them, not than them. Equally smart as them. So it could be like a shock that, whoa, I'm in a pool of people who are so smart compared to like what might have been high school. So that could be something to consider.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. That probably doesn't really answer the question, but like, yeah.
I think going into
I
iSci,
think.
like it was pretty intimidating because it was like a very tough program to get into, and you know that you're surrounded by people who
Mm-hmm.
are very smart. But then it went away, like after getting to know each other and working with them, and then you realize that like not everyone is perfect. Like there are people who also have weaknesses, and so do you. So I don't
Yeah.
think that it was an issue.
And that's the cool thing about our side because people have different strengths and weaknesses, and you can collaborate together on that.
Hmm.
I think for me, that mismatch feeling went away term two
Okay.
of iSci. And like in second year, you kind of don't feel it at all because you kind of know everyone at this point, and then you're learning like brand new material that no one's like touched in high school already.
Yeah.
So everyone's at the same page by this point.
Yeah, I think that's what first year is for, like to get everyone like on the same page. Like I know for me, my school went on strike in second semester, so I felt like I was a little behind on the material because we didn't get to finish it all. But it just meant that I had to put
Mm-hmm.
like a little bit more effort and like talking to my professors,
Exactly.
asking for help, and then but after that, like I was fine. I think I'm still on the same page as everyone else. Like I'm taking organic chemistry right now in summer school, and we covered a lot of that material in iSci, like chemistry. Whereas like if I came into like that course, I guess like with like thinking about my high school knowledge, I probably wouldn't have been prepared for it. But iSci does do a good job of preparing you. So yeah, I don't think it was really an issue. Like you might feel it going in, but other than that, it's not that big a deal.
It's not that bad.
Okay.
I think we're good.
All right. Next one was electives.
Yeah. Question
Yeah.
is, which electives did you take first year, and why did you choose them? How did you decide which electives to take? Does anyone go first, or?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, you? Oh, me? Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Eileen,
you can go first.
I elect Eileen.
All right. I took intro to health studies first semester, and I took art history second semester. So I knew that iSci was just a lot of class hours and a lot of science, and I was interested in like exploring in other subjects outside of that. And I know some like graduate or professional programs require like electives in like social sciences and humanities. So that's some of the reasons like why I took those courses. And I just really recommend like taking courses that you're really interested in. Like I looked at the like the course outline for those courses, and I thought that I was really interested in it. And I talked to some professors too. Like for art history, when I went to May at Mac, I talked to the prof. And I used to do art in high school, so I thought it was like perfect for me. But I just really recommend like taking something that you like. There was a question in the 2020 page about electives, and then a lot of us answered that taking linear algebra would be like a good idea if you're interested in concentrating in our math or physics concentration. But yeah, I
Yeah.
think that's all. Just yeah, I just recommend taking something you like and looking into the elective. Yeah.
Another thing that can kind of determine what electives you can take are the iSci 1824 timetable.
Mm.
Not everything, yeah. So iSci will take up a huge part of your schedule, and your electives kind of need to fit around that. They can't conflict with the iSci schedule because then you can't go to class, right? So, some point during the summer, the administration of iSci will send out an email letting you know what courses don't conflict with iSci, like first year courses, and then you can look through that list. Or James, is it you who does it?
James, right?
Admin did it for us in our year. I don't think they've done it for any other year
So it's gonna
because
be
we do it for them. It's gonna be me, but Eileen and Manish were very nice and they volunteered to help me.
Yeah.
Aw, okay. If you need help, I can help too.
Okay, we'll see how many things there are. Supriya, you haven't said what you took.
Oh, sorry,
Like,
I
talk
took
what you took.
Soc 1A06. So, yeah, kind of like Eileen, courses out of math and science. And I
Yeah.
enjoyed it. It was interesting to get your brain to think in a different way, and it kind of carries on from what you've done in high school, because in high school you're exposed to like English still, and maybe you took a sociology course or something. So you have enough time in upper years to take all the math and science you want, so you might as well explore something else that interests you.
hmm Okay. And then I took so Supriya's course was a 6-unit course, so that was both of her elective units, in case that wasn't
Mhm.
clear.
Oh yeah.
Academic week. I took uh, I took concert band level 1. So that one I picked because I've been a music geek since what, grade 9, grade 8, I don't know, something like that. So it was nice, and it was also a relatively easy course, like just weekly rehearsals, 2-ish performances a term. So yeah, and like marking wasn't too bad. So it was like a nice easy course and music things, which was fun for me. The other one that I took was not intro, what's it called? Aging in Society. So Eileen took the Intro to Health Studies course, and the one I took, Aging in Society, is the other health studies course offered for first year, which is basically sort of like introductory gerontology. And I took that one just because I kind of ran out of all the other things I wanted to take. Yeah.
But yeah, I did make a spreadsheet that lists a lot of the electives that many students in my year took, and I did post it. I can post it again. Um, and yeah, it has like students' names or contact information and the elective they took. So if you can scroll through it, you can look at it, and then you can message any of them if you're interested in like their elective or like you want to know how the course was. But yeah, that's all.
Okay. I think that's it for this one.
Hmm.
All right. The next question that came out was, I think, how many people are in your respective classes? And how many people transferred out? Okay. So let's start with the highest year, right? Our year.
Yeah.
Our year started with 42, 43, something like
43.
that. 43?
43.
Okay. And oh, we have another question. And
We're at 28.
we're at 28.
Yeah.
Wait, 28. I thought we were at 29.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
basically we lost a lot of people, over 10 at least. So, but that's sort of anomalous. That was our year. Our year was started small and
Hmm.
lost a lot of people. Don't know why. Um, the other years, I think the year below us, there's no one here from that year, but they started with 54, I think, and they lost maybe like 2 or 3. So they're still around the 50 mark right now. And Eileen, your year?
So we started with 57, and going into second year, we'll have 55,
Okay.
as far as I know. But
As far as you know.
yeah,
As far as we all know.
but I'm pretty sure that's all. Yeah.
We will see.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, the questions just trying to pile up. Gotta be more efficient. I think the next one was how was your residence experience?
That's
And
good.
then the one. Okay.
Yeah.
Did I select it? Oh, I selected it. Okay. I lived in Hedden, which is a single. I had a single. It used to be called. It used to be classified as a traditional, but now they have this new classification. Was it traditional? A single with access to single user wash, which
Yeah.
yeah. So there's that. Hedden, yeah.
Helen's a nice
But
one.
Hedden was nice.
Even had communal washrooms.
Hmm? No. We
I
had
thought.
like single unit washrooms that were like
Uh,
out in the hall. But
uh,
But it's not
yeah,
like
so now
your own
they charge
one.
more for those ones and like the ones with like all the washrooms in a single room.
yeah, that was like what I had. I lived in
Yeah,
Molten Hall and I had a single room. I liked it a lot. I don't know, I liked having my own space to go back to at the end of the day, but I still made a lot of friends in residence because I participated in floor activities and a bunch of us people who all had single rooms would just kind of like meet up in the common room and do all our homework together every night. So it worked out.
yeah.
You get to
I had a nice
have the best of
view
both
of
worlds.
Coots. Yeah, I had a nice Coots and Coots Paradise, the marsh.
Yeah.
It's very nice looking in the winter.
hmm
Yeah. Also, it's pretty quiet on my floor, so it's
Good.
Yeah,
nice.
my floor was really quiet. I
I
didn't
was
have a quiet floor, but it just happened.
Eileen.
I was in McKay Hall, so that's close to where James Res is. It's in North Quad. And I was in the healthy, active living, like living learning community. So we had to write like an additional application and talk about like why we wanted to be in this community. But I really liked my res experience. Like I liked the location of my residence. I had a double, and my roommate was in social sciences, but we got along like really, really well. Like we were really close. I love my roommate. The people on my floor, I didn't really get too close to the people on my floor. I was closer with other people, like throughout the building. I wasn't always in res, but I really did try participating in the like events going on. The CAs are your community advisors, who are like the upper years who live in your residence, and I really loved my CAs too. But yeah, I think it was a really good experience. Like I enjoyed residence. My floor did get loud sometimes, but like it was all right. Like it was a good time. So yeah.
Okay.
That's that.
Next one. Just breezing through them now. Next one is what are you planning to do after iSci?
Um, grad school, I think.
You think?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna do grad school. Like, I'm gonna apply to do a master's, but I think that will be about it. Like, I don't want to do a PhD because for me, I'm in Earth and EnviroSci, so the field doesn't really require you to have a PhD to work in it. Like if you're working for industry or government, you don't necessarily need a PhD, but it makes you more competitive if you have at least a master's, for my case at least. So, and I like research, so why not? James?
Me? Okay. Well, the plan is med school, but also I'm looking at doing an MD PhD, be a double doctor. Um,
Dr. James Live.
yeah, that's sort of the plan.
Cool.
I don't really know.
Eileen, I think it's too soon.
Yeah. I haven't even decided on my concentration yet, so we'll see.
Yeah, too soon.
You have plenty of time to decide what you want to do.
Exactly. I'm still not sure, and I'm going into fourth year. And I just remembered we didn't really introduce ourselves.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's true.
Okay, well, let's take a moment now then.
Okay. James, you go first.
Okay, I'll go first. Hi, I'm James. I just finished my third year of iSci. I'm sometimes called the info guy because I answer a lot of questions on pages and stuff. Yeah. and I'm concentrating in biology. And what else do I want to say? And stuff.
Okay, I'll go next. My name is Supriya, and I am also going into my 4th year of iSci this year. And my concentration is Earth and Environmental Sciences. I'm also the president of the iSci Society for next year, so you'll probably see me around and doing things. I think that's about it.
All right. Well, I'm Eileen. I'm the second year rep. I'm the one who's been posting like a lot in your group. But yeah, I'm going into second year. I'm either going to concentrate in biology or psychology, neuroscience, and behavior. And yeah, that's all. But yeah, you'll hear a lot more from me on your page, so just look out for that. I think that's all. Should we move on to the next question?
Sure. The next one was, how hard was your transition to iSci from high school?
I would say for me, the transition was a bit more difficult because as a kid, I've never been away from home much. I would never sleep over at my friend's house or family's house. So for me to suddenly be taken out of a comfortable environment I was in and be put in a new environment where I didn't really know anyone because I was also the only one from my school who was coming to McMaster. It was a bit difficult. So you're living away from your parents, you're getting used to this new style of learning, you're doing things on your own, and I think for me that was a little too much. But by the time first term ended and second term came, I felt like I kind of got a grasp of things and got into more of a routine. So that really helped. It's a bit different because if you think about it, in high school, you have class from 9 to 3 every single day. So you know you're going to get up at the same time every day. You're going to go home after school the same time every day. And then you just have this routine that you've been following for your entire life. But then you come to university and it's really different because your classes don't have the same schedule every single day. Some mornings you'll have an 8:30, some mornings you might not have class till 11. So it gets you just need a bit of time to adjust to this new schedule type thing and just adjust to the new way of learning within iSci, because iSci is a bit different in terms of how you're taught. I don't know. How about you guys?
I actually felt that my transition was okay.
Yeah.
I think part of it was I already did 2 years of IB, which is, really crazy busy sometimes. So
Yeah.
handling the workload it was still a step up, I think, but it was a little bit easier maybe on me than with other people. But I felt okay, I'm kind of like Supriya, I didn't really stay over at people's places or whatever when I was a kid. But I felt like I transitioned okay. Maybe because Welcome Week was really hyped up, and then
Yeah.
you have months and a couple months of almost nonstop contact with your class, and there's all these cool people who really like science, and you learn all these cool things, and you do fun projects together. And I think that went really well.
Yeah.
I was a bit drained by the end of first year, but I was still doing pretty well. And then I think it really started hitting me more second year when I started
really?
being yeah, that's when it really started hitting me. I think living off campus was also part of it, and seeing iSci a bit less.
Yeah. I also feel like iSci Society and our professors provide a lot of support with that transition from high school to iSci. So your big sib will help you and guide you through what might be difficult in your life right then. And you have your peers around you that are going through the exact same thing. So don't worry, you won't be the only one, is basically what I'm trying to say.
I think it does vary with person to person. I agree with you. Supriya, I did find it a bit difficult in terms of workload, being away from family, and then yeah, I think it's just different. Living on res, getting food for yourself. Luckily you don't have to cook that much, but it is different. And the learning style is different as well. But I feel like you get used to it. Like when I came back for second semester, like I feel like I knew like the ropes a lot better, and I felt a lot better, and like I thought I was doing better, getting more sleep and everything. So I
Hmm.
think that like the transition can be difficult, but like you'll get there.
Yeah.
It really just depends on the person. So
Okay. Is that it?
yeah.
Hmm.
Okay. Next question's for me. How to take concert band. I think Marianne here is the next Connor, doing all the question asking.
Oh,
Oh, Eileen wasn't there, but yes, Connor
oh,
asked all the
Connor
questions in
Nelson.
his year.
Yeah.
Okay, the process to take concert band. Basically, in the beginning of the year, I think within the first week or so, um, the music office, which is in Togo Salmon Hall, TSH, first floor, they'll put a little sign up sheet for auditions on their door. Usually they have a Clubs Fest table as well, so you can. So Clubs Fest is going to be a day where all the clubs will have a table and they'll have information and you can go there. So concert band is not exactly a club because they're technically also run by the School of the Arts, but they also get club funding, so I don't know. Anyway, so they have a clubs table and you can go ask them as well. And then you'd sign up for an audition, you pick your own time, and you write down what instrument you're auditioning on, and then you go to your audition. They'll ask you to prepare a short, two short excerpts, a fast one and a slow one, and there might be some sight reading. The guy might ask you some questions, and then you also put down on the oh my goodness that question. You also put down on the application, which band you want to be in, and whether you want to take it for credit or as an extracurricular. So not for credit. um, yeah, and then after the auditions are done, then a couple days later they'll stick a people who made it list. My words are not coming to me today. The list on the door, and you'll go there. Yeah, you can message me more if you want, like on Facebook, if you have more questions about concert band. I play bass
Mm.
clarinet. Okay, next question. If you didn't get iSci, what would you have chosen? If iSci wasn't your number one, what would you have gone into if you got in it? I'll let one of you two go first because I've just been talking a bunch.
Okay, I can go. Well, iSci was my number one, but my number two, my second program was LifeSci McMaster. Um, number two, if you want. I don't know. I just like the community of McMaster, so that's why. Like, I applied to three programs at McMaster. Um, but yeah, like LifeSci is, I guess, kind of similar to iSci in a way, like in terms of content. Like, we do get the course equivalencies. But yeah, that's about all. Like,
Yeah, same. I also would have chosen Life Sci at Mac. For me, it was like the school that I fell in love with, and then I fell in love with iSci.
hmm.
Um, in terms of Life Sci being similar, I feel like that's just the first year. The like second
Okay.
year, very different.
I think their
Yeah.
philosophy is also kind of similar in that they want people to have sort of a well-rounded interdisciplinary.
Exactly.
Like they have some upper year courses which have really cool names, like
Hmm.
some like physics of environmental thingies and like some
Yeah.
like neurophysics and stuff. And
Yeah.
not all of it is physics. I'm just pulling the ones that come to my mind. But yeah, they're kind of
Also part of
integrated
the
too.
School of Interdisciplinary Science too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess I should answer also. If I
Hmm.
didn't get iSci, I would have picked probably either Queens or U of T Life Sci, because I had offers from there. iSci was not my number one choice at the time. Uh,
Hmm.
I was, I think I ranked Health Sci first, but I didn't get Health Sci. That's the only one I didn't get, but that's okay because like now that I've been in iSci and I have a lot of friends from my high school who are in Health Sci, I can probably say that I'm much happier like than I would have been if I was in Health Sci just because of content that we do versus what they do. and sort of the structure that we get versus theirs. So like I feel like our structure is sort of more gradual, builds up, and whereas theirs is kind of just throw people into things, which is not necessarily bad, but that's just the difference that I think I would have liked more in iSci. Yeah. My goodness, there's a lot. I'm trying to remember what order they came in. Extracurriculars. Sorry, how do you make friends? Is that one.
Okay.
Okay, I'll go first. Most of my friends were from Res and iSci. I wasn't really involved in extracurriculars until second year, and when I was, it was iSci Society, which also meant my friends were in iSci. But yeah, I've also done, well, I was a Welcome Week rep for 2 years now, and within that I got to meet a lot of people in the Faculty of Science, so got friends in life sci, math and stats, physics. You meet friends through like having common friends too. I seem to know a lot of people. I don't know really how, but like, yeah, friends in iSci, and I guess some clubs like repping and iSci Society.
Mm. Okay. How do I make friends? This is really hard for me to answer. Like I'm kind of a quieter. I'm kind of quieter, I think. I don't know what other people think. I think I'm quieter, and so I don't hang out with people much these days, which is kind of sad. But anyway, um, I don't know. I think like most of the people that I met and like got a bit closer to were from my side, just because I spent so much time like talking to them. Not just in my year. I spent a lot of time talking to what are you guys now? Second years and third years, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of talking to you guys. I'm in quite a lot of clubs, I think, but also I don't spend much time hanging out with those people either. So hard question for me to answer. But like definitely I've met a lot of people who are really interesting in that like, it's not like I hate them or anything. It's just I'm quiet and I don't hang out much.
Aw.
I'd say for me, most of my friends are in iSci, especially because in first year we have so much class time together and we're like constantly
Mm-hmm.
with each other. We're living on residence, so like we're still bumping into each other on
Right.
campus. Um, but I do have friends from residence too. Like the girls that I'm living with next year are from McKay. And I still have like friends from high school too that I still
Mm-hmm.
see on campus. In terms of extracurriculars, I wasn't like too like committed to like all my extracurriculars, but I have met people here and there. But yeah, just like James, like I don't really talk to them too much, but that's just like me. So, but yeah, again, like I don't know, like I feel like Sabrina, like you do get to know a lot of people, and you also get to make friends from Welcome Week too, and you see them around. Um, so yeah.
Okay.
Guys, I'm actually gonna have to leave in like 5 minutes because I
Okay.
missed at the time I have to meet my friend.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay. All right. Next question is describe Chad Harvey.
Chad.
Tall.
Jumps on tables.
Very enthusiastic.
Yes.
Science is a process.
Active. Sleep health, academic proficiency.
That's about it. That's how you
Tardigrade.
describe Chad.
Are humans natural?
Yeah,
Okay.
Chad's our life sci prof. He's on sabbatical first term, but you guys will see him in second term, I believe. He's an interesting guy.
Good guy.
hmm
Okay, next question. Freshman 15. That's not a question though. Like,
What's the question? Is it real? I didn't.
I think I
It was
did, but that might have been because, like, I don't know. Actually, I don't know. I think I did near the end, like towards exams, like the very last round of exams, because they were so spread out, and I would just be sitting down and eating. I don't know.
I was like
But I wouldn't say
-5.
15. I would say like session 5.
I
Yeah.
lost weight.
Oh.
But yeah.
Well, that's
But I
because you
lose
don't
weight
eat.
faster than I gain weight, so that's not really unusual for me.
Okay. How about
Um,
you, Eileen?
I think yeah, first semester maybe yeah, like freshman 5, but then second semester, um, I don't know. I guess with New Year's, I was like, no, I'm gonna go to the gym more. I'm gonna eat better because I had a lot of money in my meal card. So like again, I think with this, it depends on the person, depends on who you ask. Some people did experience it, some people didn't.
Yeah.
I actually did lose weight too at the beginning, but then I'm not sure what happened. But yeah, but there definitely are ways to stay fit when
Yeah.
you're as a first year living on campus. Like you can go to the gym. There are lots of classes. There
We have
are health classes.
intramurals.
Yeah. Sorry, Supriya.
Oh no, I said like we have intramurals.
And
Yeah.
the new director of
Clubs.
sport.
Yeah, we have a new director of sports, so look out for that.
Yeah.
Okay. If you didn't go to Mac, what did you miss?
We did a presentation about what iSci is, and it was basically going through like the outline of like how you combine all of. Okay, so it was basically describing like the difference between iSci and LifeSci and HealthSci, and like we addressed the main question everyone asks, which is, can I be a doctor with this program? It was just like all the basic knowledge you probably already know about iSci at this point. I don't know. It wasn't anything new, I would say, or anything you actually missed out on.
I think this
Yeah.
is a good alternative if you didn't go to Mac.
Yeah. This is probably more in depth because it was more of like a program structure thing.
Mhm.
Like we had one, so I was the third year, we had a second year, and we had a incoming first year into second year, and we had a first year going into second year going into third year, and a third year going into fourth year, and we were all kind of talking about our experiences with iSci too, which we're kind of doing right now. So like, yeah, you didn't miss out on anything.
Yeah.
Maybe a tour of the lab if you haven't seen it.
But you'll get that soon enough.
Yeah.
Okay. Is it worth the money to buy a mini transportation from McMaster, i.e. rollerblades?
I would say that like
I
if
don't
you
know.
want rollerblades for the sake of having rollerblades because you know you'll rollerblade somewhere else other than campus, then go for it. I don't think you really need transportation within campus because everything is in like a 10-minute radius from like the
10-minute
student
walk.
center. Yeah, 10-minute walk.
Also, keep in mind you can't rollerblade in the winter, really.
Yeah.
I mean, you can.
Yeah, I don't think it's really necessary.
I don't
Like,
think
you
it's
can
necessary at all.
Or you could be like, Andrew Colgoni and have a longboard, I guess.
She doesn't actually ride.
More of
According
an
to
aesthetic thing.
Does he
Yep.
actually have a longboard? Like,
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
in his
like in his office.
oh really? Oh.
in his office?
I've seen it
I
before in
didn't
his
even know
office.
that. Oh my god, that's so funny. He doesn't ride it, but he has one.
Okay.
Okay, I have to actually go now.
Okay.
Okay, bye, Supriya.
Thanks for joining.
Bye.
Yeah, thanks so much.
Anytime. If you need like any other upper years to help, you can always post on the iSci Society group and
Yeah.
like someone might.
Get
I'm
Hannah.
pretty sure people are willing to do this.
Yeah, sure. Yeah,
Get
definitely.
Hannah to do it.
Okay.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, Eileen and me.
Yes.
Okay. Next one that I seem to remember is, I should know. I think it was how busy is the rock climbing wall, but that's even if it wasn't the first one, that's fast to answer. I think.
Okay.
How busy is it? I haven't been there.
I've been there. It's not busy at all. I thought it'd be really busy, and it's kind of like smaller than I thought, but it really isn't. Like when I've been there, there's been like one or two other people. Sometimes it's just me. But yeah, they have like specific times when they're open. You just have to check that. But it's not like you don't have to wait or anything. And they have like oh my god, I forgot what it's called. I think it's bouldering. So like you don't have to like wait in line. You just like go for it. You don't need like a like the harness or anything. You just like go climb the wall. Then it's not too high, but yeah. And even if you do want like the harness to climb up all the way, like again, I didn't have to wait for that, so it's good.
Okay.
Okay.
What courses should you stay away from for electives, like repetitive? I'm kidding. I'm just being mean. So repetitive or high course load, etc.
I don't think anything really sticks out to me. Like, I
haven't heard anything.
I don't know. Again, I would recommend
like I haven't heard anything.
You like message some of the people in the spreadsheet who've had experience with like their courses and stuff. I liked my electives. Like, I didn't think that they were too repetitive. Like, they were fun.
I think more than anything, you're probably just going to enjoy that it's not science for once.
Yeah. It's a nice break, definitely. But yeah, it wasn't too much work, my electives either. But yeah.
Okay. I forgot to select it.
It's okay.
Selected. Okay, done. How does the enrollment appointment work? Can someone help you pick your courses? Do you want me to answer that?
Sure.
Okay. So enrollment appointments, basically, I could go and tell you all the story about solar, but that's not really necessary. So basically, on Mosaic, sometime in early June, I think they said, you'll be able to go onto Mosaic and you'll be able to find something called your enrollment appointment. And basically your enrollment appointment, can we have another question just so we know? Yeah. Just so your enrollment appointment basically says on this, you will start being able to pick courses. That's basically what it says. And generally the order is that fourth year and above get to pick first, then third years, second years, then first years. And that's sort of just structured so that fourth years can get into the courses that they really, really need to graduate. Anyway, so you'll get a time. Not everyone, so usually it'll be like first years starting on this day. So not everyone's going to get like 9 a.m. on that day. Like some people get 9 a.m., some people get 10 a.m., some people get like 3 p.m., whatever. And it's done randomly. So that's as best as they can do for fairness. The day, people basically just clicked like crazy and hope they got in. But anyway, they tried to fix that. In terms of whether someone can help you pick your courses, the answer is yes. If you give someone your Mosaic password, then technically, yes, they'd be able to log into your account and select courses for you. If you're, I mean, like, usually people tell you don't share your passwords with people, but like if you do that, hopefully it's someone who knows what they're doing, like, you know, maybe go through like what you want to pick with them. And it's usually a good idea that, say you're interested in this elective and this elective, you should definitely have a list for like, you know, term 1 and a list for term 2, because the iSci schedule might conflict with something that you want, or the class that you want might be full. So you definitely want to make sure that you have backups in mind. So especially if you're going to get someone else to do it for you, because then they might just be sitting there and be like, I don't know what to do now. So yeah. Anything from Eileen or no?
No, I think you covered it all. But yeah, I'd recommend just having, you're right, the list. Like, I remember when I was doing mine, I had like on a sticky note, like the course I wanted and like the different like tutorial and like lecture sections in case those were closed. And like, again, you can't just choose any of them because they would conflict with the iSci schedule. But yeah, I actually got like the last day pretty late in the afternoon. So I didn't get like my first pick for like lecture or tutorial times, but I still got into my like first pick electives for term 1 and term 2. So that was fine with me. But yeah, that's all.
Okay. Let's see. Oh, we have 4 questions in the queue. So
Okay.
the first question, I believe, was how much of a possibility is it to be involved in extracurriculars and have a job when doing iSci? You're thinking lifeguarding / instructing. I assume you mean swimming. Instructing.
Hmm.
Let's see. I've done quite a bit of extracurriculars. It's really about time management, I guess. Managing your time and like I did in first year. What did I do? I did debate, model UN, badminton, concert band. That's it. A lot of people actually didn't do as much as that because everything is just more time commitment. But it really depends on how much you think you can handle, how much you really want to do something. Um, it's doable. I mean, I've done
Yeah.
it, and I know there are people in my class, like my year. I know one who I think back in first year she was like, being a lifeguard at the pool. She was occasionally refereeing hockey games somewhere out of like somewhere in the rest of the province. And she also was part of EFERT, which is the emergency first response team. So they're sort of like our emergency first aid people who you like call for emergency, and they're like students, and they're trained and they come and they help you out. Sort of like ambulance on bikes, I guess, but not quite.
Yeah, and if you call them in
Pretty,
residence, they like
yeah.
they're not allowed to tell the CAs like why they're in there. I know, so
Uh,
yeah. So it's a good like
and then in upper years, it's also definitely possible. The course load starts getting lighter. Like I was a TA for iSci, which is a job last year, and it went okay. I got a bit swamped near the end because everyone procrastinates, but had a lot of marking to do at the end. But
oh.
yeah, it's doable.
Yep, I think so. There are people in my year who did have jobs. I think they mostly just worked on the weekend. There are also people who are in like varsity sports, like a lot of extracurriculars. But yeah, I guess it does depend on like yourself and like your time management skills. I wasn't that involved, but I still tried like doing some extracurriculars. I didn't work, but then again, like your summer is pretty long, so you can always work then. Yeah.
Okay. Next one is, where do people go if they transfer out? I guess I should answer first because there's more
Sure.
people from my year who transferred out. Okay, let's see. Let's go in chronological order. First guy who dropped out went into McMaster Physics. The next one went to McMaster Life Sci. The next one went back to Dalhousie because she was from Nova Scotia, and she decided that she didn't like Hamilton and she didn't like the iSci learning style, so she wanted to go back to, close to home. So she went back to Dalhousie. The next two went into Life Sci. Then over the summer, one of them went into Life Sci. One of them went to Health Sci. And then during second year, somebody went to Psychology, Neuroscience, and Behavior. Another person went into Math. And I think I got everyone.
Yeah.
Oh, mostly everyone. Oh, and then at the end of second year, 3 people got into a new program that just started at Mac called BDC, so Biomedical Discovery and Commercialization. So that's sort of like a joint biomed program with like business. So you get an MBA and a Bachelor of Health Sciences, I think, at the end of that. So we lost 3 more people to that. Yeah. I don't know about Eileen's year.
For us, the first guy, he went to Australia for dentistry, right, Jeff? And then
Yeah.
someone else is going.
The year above you had somebody who went to
I
Australia for
heard,
med.
yeah. And then someone else is going to life sci, but that's all.
Okay. I would ask who, but I guess that's kind of
Yeah.
their thing. Okay. Oh gosh. Okay, this one I think is the next one. Is it true that the lottery system for residents at McMaster is tiered by grades? I don't know.
don't think so. Not that I know.
I would say I think they don't. I think they said that it's not.
Yeah.
But since none of us are involved in it, we can't actually say for sure. But I think they say that it's not.
Okay. I would say no, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, I would
Yeah.
guess no. If you push me for yes, no, I'd say no. All right. Can you see an advisor to help you decide on an elective? You could, but I don't think it's really necessary, especially in first year. In general, like iSci will cover most of the prerequisites that you need for first year and above. Sorry, most of the iSci will cover most of the science things that you need for like later year science courses, mostly. If you are really intent on pursuing a certain minor, then it might be useful to at least just draw out, what courses you want to take. That might help you.
Mm-hmm.
But in terms of finding an advisor, you can. The Office of the Associate Dean Academic. Associate Dean of Science Academic. That's where it is. They offer drop-in academic advising, I think, and I think they're still open during the summer. So that's somewhere that you can get help. But you can also just ask upper year iSci's. Eileen has that spreadsheet, and if there's something that's not there, you should always ask one of us and see if we know.
Yeah.
And if we don't, we might know someone we can point you to. If not, we might be able to guess some things, but we can also point you to some sources, I guess. Yeah.
Definitely.
Good. Okay. Oh my. When it's this one. When do you get to see what dates and times the courses are available so you can start to plan a mock schedule?
I think you said early.
I think the answer for that is early to mid-June. That's usually when it comes out. Yeah, you'll be able to access the times through Mosaic. Most years, there's been a guy. He's a McMaster alumnus, and he developed a website called Timetable Generator, which a lot of students like to use. It's not affiliated with McMaster, but the student who created it is a McMaster alumnus who won some sort of a competition, actually, with his website back in the day.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So, yeah. But so he'll lag behind McMaster by a couple of days because he has to extract the data out of Mosaic and put it into his website. But Timetable Generator will give you a more visual way to look at it, is generally what a lot of people like about it. Also, quick note is that the iSci times, when they first come out, they sometimes change.
Yeah.
Because basically, the iSci admin has to schedule, especially the upper years, around the elective courses. And also for first year, the admin likes to try to schedule it so that linear algebra is available to those who want to take it.
Yeah,
so it might change.
Yeah, for us, we had a schedule, and then it conflicted with linear algebra first term. So then they pushed back our times, but it didn't really affect it overall. Yeah.
Because I emailed them.
Yeah, I know.
I was like, hey, they can't take linear algebra. They're like,
yeah.
No, they can't.
Yeah.
Yeah, so early June. Basically, the official McMaster group summed up, and then it's just gonna explode, and people are gonna be like, "Oh, I'm making a schedule." Yeah, you'll see it when it happens. Okay, when do we have to choose our electives, and do we choose them before or after we've been accepted into the program?
So you choose them.
Eileen?
You choose them after you've been you accept your offer. So like James just said, I think the last day to accept is June 1st, right? To accept your offer.
I
Um,
have no idea anymore.
I think so. That's what it was last year. And then electives will come out early mid-June. Yeah, so you can't do that right now, but you can have an idea. When do you have to choose your electives? I think it closed end of June. I think my day was June 29th. So that was like technically my first day that I could start choosing your electives. I don't know if there is like an end date. I don't think
There's
there's
no end date.
no, okay. Oh
You
yeah.
can keep like adding or dropping and
Yeah,
changing
you
your
can
mind
switch.
until
Yeah.
there's an add drop deadline, which is I think the end of the second week of school or something like that.
Yeah, without. Yep, you're
So you
right.
have a lot of time, but yeah. A lot of people like to get it out of the way early, which
Yeah.
is why there's a big frenzy. Okay, what is iSci listed on as?
Kudo?
What is
I'm
that?
not
Kudo?
sure.
Time to access the Google.
Okay.
All-knowing Google. Kudo. Council of Ontario Universities. Oh, Common University Data Ontario. What does that mean?
I'm not sure.
In science or other programs? Oh, okay. So it seems to be a listing of programs, I'm guessing. While we're looking at this, what's the next question? Linalch? Did
Yep.
Linalch come?
Yep.
Okay. Eileen, have you taken Linalch?
I did not take Linouch. I don't know. I think I just knew I didn't want to concentrate in a math or physics specialization. There are people who are going into like psychology and biochem and bio who've taken Linouch just to like open up their options. Um, and I think it does help a little bit with math and iSci. When we're doing like matrices, a lot of us were just like, what's Omar doing on the board? But the Linouch kids like knew what was going on. But it's fine. You don't have to take it to understand iSci math. I think it's really up to you if you want to take that. You can talk to some people who have taken linear algebra. I can like forward you to like other people who are like in the same position as you, like concentrating into biochem, but have taken Linouch. So yeah, you can message me about that later. Okay. You answer the next question, or are you still working on the first one?
I am not really sure what I'm looking at here.
She posted another comment. For
Oh, okay.
that helps.
Okay, I will take a look at that link. Just to add what I have to admit, I did not listen to what Eileen said.
Okay.
My thoughts on what was I gonna say? Oh right. Sorry.
Someone else?
Okay, so linear algebra in bio or biochem. I'm in bio. I didn't take Linalge, and I think I had an okay time. Like I didn't really miss out all that much. I've done like some more physicsy research, and so when I did the more physicsy research, then I had a bit of trouble.
Yeah.
Like sometimes understanding some of the stuff, but like like that's doing. So I mean, if you're really into like bio stuff, cells and all that, and you're not really into like computational biology and that sort of thing, you're probably going to be okay not doing linear algebra.
Sorry, can I just interrupt? Andrew just messaged me. He said he took linear algebra and he wants it in the chat. Can I give him the link?
Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, thanks.
Also allows me to stall for time.
Sorry?
Allows me to stall for time and look for a program.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. I see what's going on. What is iSci listed under?
Do you want me to continue with the next question?
Oh, okay, yeah. If I had to guess, though, I would probably say probably other arts and science is what iSci is listed under.
Okay.
I don't see a yeah. I'm gonna guess and say other arts and science. Okay. Okay, and then we answered the one about lineage. Oh, but Andrew's not on. Did you send the link to Andrew?
I think it's not working.
Mm,
Okay, let me try it again. Could you invite him maybe? Or because he
yep,
invited me to this one, right?
yep. Pulls up. Oh, it's up here. Copy. Andrew. Where is the Andrew? I guess it's that Supriya sent him the viewing link and not the.
I sent it to him, yeah.
There he is. Hi, Andrew. We don't hear you, but you're muted. So I'm just gonna unmute you. I cannot unmute you. I can't unmute you. I'm using the control panel.
Why is he muted?
Maybe his mic is not connected.
Can you hear us, Andrew? No, I don't think you can.
Andrew, do you hear us? No? Yes? One sec. He thinks his microphone is acting up.
Okay. I don't know why he's muted.
Let's ask him what browser he's on.
That's true. Can he hear us?
Andrew, wave if you can hear us.
Okay.
Yeah? So you can hear us. I feel like there's probably a ton of questions while I wasn't looking.
Do you want me to continue or?
Um, oh
Actually,
no, there's still only two
yeah,
questions. Okay.
yeah.
Andrew will keep figuring his thing out, and when he's on, he can talk about lineage.
Okay.
Okay. Next thing is the iSci Grand Venture Weekend Expedition an annual thing?
I think it's only been up for 2 years, hasn't
Yes.
it? Yeah.
This is going to be its third year now.
Yeah.
It was sort of made into a thing after Moose, which you guys might also have gotten information about, or you will soon if you haven't. Anyway, Moose used to be a more smaller thing. It started out for iSci and art size, and then the second year they added sock size and kinesiology, and then the year after that they opened it to everyone, and then Russ was like, hey, let's like we sort of lost that like a small feeling, like a chance for iSci to connect earlier on. So they came up with having the Grand Venture as well, which is sort of a shorter trip, shorter outing, which also I guess helps accommodate people a bit better because some people have summer jobs and stuff and they can't make it to Moose. So yeah, Grand Venture.
Mhm.
I've wanted to go both years as like an upper year, and every time something comes up,
Oh no.
it's okay.
Are you gonna go this year maybe?
Maybe we'll see.
Yeah. Yeah, I went just this past year. It was a lot of fun. We
You
went
guys look like
rafting.
you had a lot of fun.
Yeah, but it rained when we were in the raft. So we were in the raft for like 4 hours and we came out. We were just like soaked and we were cold. Like it didn't even make a difference if you like fell in the water or you were in your boat the entire time because you were just soaked. But it was so much fun. Like it was a really good like bonding experience. And there are upper years there to help you too. And we had like a campfire and we had like people playing guitars and we were singing. And we also had like an session there, so we had some upper years. We got to ask questions just like this, and the profs were also there too to answer some questions. And yeah, we were like playing sports together and making food. We had like a little amazing race. But yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Awesome. Next question is, all our offers are currently conditional. When do we know that after we graduate, we have still maintained what the program requires and are fully accepted into the program? Mm,
Is it just
that's a good question.
is it just
Um,
the average admission that you need?
yeah, you just need your admission average.
Yeah.
I mean, you should be able to calculate it yourself
Mhm.
if you have your report card. It's just the arithmetic mean of all the required courses plus however many other courses are required to round it out to 6. And for the other courses, it can be anything that are grade, is it 12? University level courses or
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah, university mixed level courses. Yep.
And
Yeah.
then, yeah, arithmetic mean. No fancy math.
Yeah, they don't like actually tell you if when you like,
Yeah.
but
If you don't meet it, they will email you.
okay.
Let's see. I can dismiss this for now. Yeah, okay. Um, Next question is from this guy called Anjo, and I've never seen him before. But sure, we do. Of
I
course,
love you, Anjo.
Anjo.
Yeah.
Okay, that was quick. All right. Next question is, do you think that the group work experience was useful? Eileen, do you want first, or do you want me to go first?
I can go first. Sure. I
Okay.
think that it is extremely useful. Like, I guess I didn't really realize that other programs they don't have that much group work as us too. So it's really good experience. And I think because in the real world, like you do have to work with people, and you're not always gonna like I guess like work well with everyone. So I think it's really good that you get exposed to that early on and you know how to like manage with problems and like how to work with people, how to talk to them, how to communicate. So yeah, I think it is very, very helpful. What do you think, James?
Um, yeah, I'm gonna say that the group work is maybe some of the what part of one of the most important things that makes iSci like so good. Uh, like when you want to talk about why it's good. um, it's really nice that we get all this experience. As Eileen said, most other programs you don't get this sort of group work experience so early on. It's not that you don't get any group work experience ever,
Mhm.
but it's much earlier on, and it really helps you to develop a lot of the say soft skills, as I always like to say. So teamwork, problem solving, research skills, communication skills, time management. And these are useful things that you can apply to not just like what you're studying at the moment, but like to what you're doing in the future. And like it really helps you not just in iSci but outside of iSci. Um, People recognize that, oh, these people, they've had all this experience already, and sometimes professors are a bit more willing to talk to so, like,
Can you hear me now?
yeah, we can hear
Yeah.
you now. You're muted. The sign is
Yo!
muted. You sound different, Anjo.
What do
But
you
anyway,
mean?
yeah, so what was I saying? So yeah, I mean the skills really help. I think it's not so much just the content as opposed to like the fact that we get so much experience doing all these things early on, which is what really sets iSci apart.
What's the question?
Health Sci too. That's really the main reason why iSci and Health Sci are so like big in terms of like producing people who are really special.
Special.
The question is, do you think that the group work experience was useful?
Oh yeah, definitely. In the real world, all you do is group work, so.
Unless you're a solo expeditioner.
Well, to really succeed in the world, you need to learn how to be with people.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay,
Okay.
do you want to cover your Linnell's question, Andrew?
Oh yes, hold on. My dad just texted me. 1 second.
Okay, then.
One.
In terms of lineage, what was the question for lineage again?
Um, someone who is lineage useful to people who are in bio/biochem. Well, actually, I can just pull it out as answered questions.
Okay.
Is it useful for
La, la.
people in bio/biochem?
Okay, so here's the question. I hear a lot about how linear algebra is a good elective to take, semicolon. Correct use of semicolon, by the way. Very good. 100%. Is it important if I'm interested in bio/biochem or more for math/physics specializations?
Oh, okay, well, for my situation, it was different because, so like I'm in chem bio or like biochem, whatever, and like I only took math courses because I'm just interested in general math. So I was more interested in the theory part. So it wasn't really applicable to for like your biochem courses like metabolism or like your 2LO like your lab courses, they're not really applicable to there because you don't really use like you don't really work with numbers and stuff in those courses. But definitely if you're interested in like computational biochemistry and like bioinformatics um, in a lot of analytical or experimental design and stuff like that. Like it would be interesting to know how it works in the background, but you're never really actively working with it. So I don't know. It's not crucial, but it's a cool like perspective to have when you're looking at like biological systems and things like that. Because everybody in my lab right now, like they don't know anything about math, but so like that's like a skill that I could provide to my lab because they do this thing called fractal analysis, which is basically okay. I'm going into in depth, but it's basically like you look into like fractal analysis looks into like measuring the complexity or like how structured your cells are, and you have to use like mathematical like things such as lineage concepts to really analyze that data. So like it is a skill to have, but it's not totally necessary to take the entire course if you don't want to. I hope that helps.
I think that's probably more helpful than I could do because I didn't take it. Okay, next question?
Yep.
All right, how is the flip from the small iSci classes to lecture halls? Okay, I can go first. I think it really makes you appreciate the fact that you have all these small iSci classes even more. Like, I already thought, like, oh, this is really great, and like, it's so nice. And then you go out into the rest of the university, and you have these like big lecture halls, and then you're like, oh, actually, this is like really nice. Like, and like, it was nice. I appreciate it a lot more. Also, the labs. I appreciate the iSci labs so much more now.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
Eileen probably knows
I
this
think
from doing Orgo labs.
yeah, I'm doing Orgo right now, and it was definitely different. We didn't really know where things were in the lab, and we're the only ones with tie-dye lab coats, but it's okay. But yeah, it really does make you appreciate like BSB 117 and Russ and the iSci lab. It is a transition. Yeah, I think like in lecture halls, you have your space is so much smaller. There are a lot more people around you, and I feel like it can get louder too. But yeah, like it's just an adjustment I think you have to make.
I like how like with iSci you develop like that sense of like fraternity with your people. So like I remember in Orgo we were all together as one, and like we could like have
Yeah.
like we knew someone that we could rely on for those bigger classes. So.
It's nice.
Okay. I have no idea what order these ones came in because I was looking at something else at the time. So let's start with how many guest speakers come a semester. The answer is pretty much one a week.
Yeah.
So how many is that? That's
Yeah.
about 12? 10. 10, 11 is a good guess per
Much
semester.
concise. Yeah.
Yeah, there's about 12 weeks in a semester.
Yeah.
And you usually probably have like one off with no guest speaker.
We had quite a few guest speakers actually.
Yeah.
I think we might have had more than that. For RP4, we had less. But for all the RPs, we basically had them almost every week. Yeah, you're right.
Okay. How many field trips are there?
Around 4.
Yeah.
At least one per RP.
Let me see. Planetarium. You guys went to Planetarium.
Yep.
Yeah, RP0 was in Coots, RP1 was Planetarium, RP2, I don't think we actually went anywhere. RP3, Nuclear Reactor, RP4,
and we went to we went to MOMAC first. Oh, for RP4, sorry.
The Radiation Lab, yeah.
And then we have the Earth Sci.
And the Anatomy Lab. So that's like 5. And then the Earth Sci one. That's 6.
We didn't have the Anatomy Lab.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, 5 or 6.
And then we had the Earth Sci Lab at the end of the year. Or sorry, field trip.
Yeah, that's a field trip.
Yeah.
I counted that one. So about 5 or 6.
Okay.
Is there an intro to comp sci elective? Because the list that was posted doesn't show one. I believe yes, there is an intro to comp sci, but maybe no one in
Physics
iSci
2 Geo 3. Oh no, that was intro to programming.
You're thinking scientific computing, which is physics 3 Geo 3.
3 Geo 3?
Oh no, it's something G. Anyway, there is an intro to computer sciences course at MAP. The reason it might not be listed is that it's possible that it conflicted with iSci last year, so no one in the year above you were able to take it, so then it wasn't on that list. That's more or less.
Yeah. But yeah, comp sci is definitely an important skill to have. I remember talking to the people who were reviewing our program for the 7-year thing, and like they were like, what do you think is missing from iSci? And we were all like, computer science, definitely. So,
that is really interesting.
Hopefully,
because that was originally what I wanted to do my IP on before I got to the blogging thing.
Oh, cool.
But yeah. Okay. How are summer courses? This one's for Eileen. This person, whose name I do not know, is thinking of taking organic chem over the summer before second year.
Yes, do that.
I think it's a really, really good idea. I was told by some upper years, like not only just iSci's, but even some like my CAs from residence, they said taking Orgo in the summer was a really good idea. It does take a lot of stress off of you. I like having just one course right now. I think it's nice. And there are so many iSci's taking Orgo. There's like almost 20 of us in the class, which is crazy. Yeah, it is nice. It is a night course. So we have 2 lectures every week from 6 to 9. And then on those days I also have a 3-hour lab and a 1-hour tutorial. But yeah, I don't do anything else really during the day. I know some people are working or volunteering. Yeah, I commute, so I'm still here. I don't live in Hamilton, but yeah, like you can work. There are people working and volunteering. I know someone else is also even taking another course in summer school. Yeah, hope that answers your question.
Definitely Orgo if you're
Um,
thinking for biochem and chem bio. It's good to have that chemical intuition right before you start the real chemistry or the real biochem.
Mhm.
yeah, I did it during the year
Mhm.
as a day course. It turned out okay. Um, I can see like, why having it as the only course during the summer would be good. But also like it's not gonna be the end of the world if you don't take it
Yeah.
over the summer.
No, what I think is important about, or like what is useful about taking it during the summer is that you're taking it before like lab course, before analytical, before metabolism, stuff like that. So rather
Okay, I should
than
qualify
having
that
it by
statement.
itself.
I'm in bio, so I didn't really have to apply much Orgo afterwards.
Oh,
Whereas
true.
Angio is in chem bio. So that was probably much more useful for Angio than it was for
Well, I
me.
didn't take it in the summer, which I regret.
Oh.
Anyway,
And as for are there a lot of options? There are fewer options than during the year. So not all courses are offered during the
Yeah.
summer, but there are also some courses that are only offered during the summer.
like field
Um,
courses.
intro to
Oh.
music, intro to music therapy used to be a summer only course. They turned it into like a during the year course as well now, but back in the day it was only summer. Um, so yeah, and yes, field courses are often in the summer. The Iceland trip is technically a summer course.
Yeah.
I like Iceland.
Oh, did you go?
Yeah, it was the
Oh.
first year they did that one, I think,
Oh,
and
really?
I'm still in love with Iceland. It's a great place. All right, how do you choose your members for the RP? Does it vary? If it does, what are the different ways to choose your group?
Oh, that's so cool. They always do different
Yeah.
things.
Yeah,
Yeah.
They're
I mean,
fun.
yeah. Like there's no it's up to the instructor.
Yeah,
So,
you don't get to
yeah.
choose the first
yeah.
year.
Common ways are, like pick your rank topics that you're interested in. I think they've done random, so
Just
like
draws, yeah.
that's first year at least.
Yeah, but starting second and third year you get to choose your groups.
Yeah.
Can you take a minor and a concentration in iSci? Yes.
Yeah, Joe, do you want
Yes.
to answer that?
Well, okay. My story is so complicated. Like I'm concentrating in chemical biology, but I'm taking minors in biochemistry and math. But I didn't take the chemical biology lab course, so I'm going to do 3 minors in chemical biology, biochemistry, and math, if that
Oh,
makes sense. So you can take a minor in a concentration, and you can also take multiple minors.
That said, it partially depends on what concentration you're in. Some concentrations don't leave you with a lot of elective space, so
Hmm.
if that's one of those concentrations, then it might not be possible to do a minor.
Typically, it's
Some,
24 units, right?
yeah.
So you can take
So
some courses in the summer and like overload. So
yeah, so I mean, in my case, like what biology has a lot of elective space. So I was originally planning to do a music minor, and then I didn't. And then I wanted to do an origins minor, and then that stopped existing.
yeah,
Yeah.
sad life.
So yes,
Cool.
it's doable. Yay! A question just in time.
Yay, research. Oh, it's Marcos. Hey, Marcos, what's up?
Hi.
I know this guy. He like talks to me a lot about. He like asks me a lot of questions too about
I
iSci.
remember him too. I think he talked to me
Yeah,
too.
yeah. Okay, it's nice seeing you here. So which research opportunities have you participated in, and how did your work in iSci prepare you for these opportunities? Also, did any of you participate in research first year or the summer of first year? Okay. In terms of research, like hands-on research, so we do like basically a lot of iSci is lit review research, but in terms of like hands-on research, you can tailor your EP, which is your second year project. At the end of second year, you get to do like a 6-week research project, and you could choose to do a wet lab kind of research project with one of the profs, and then definitely third year is all about research, and fourth year your thesis. How did your work in iSci prepare you for these opportunities? Oh, and also, so because of my IP, I'm now working in that same lab this summer, like right now. Like I just came back from it today. So iSci did prepare me because one thing that I've noticed is that like we are so we are so tuned for lit review. Like not many researchers like know how to read the literature. So that's definitely something that iSci helps you with. And like just soft skills with like speaking and stuff, right? So if you had anything else to add.
Mm, well, what did I do? I did. I mean,
Okay,
you
James,
might.
you're working for NASA,
I
okay?
know.
don't cover that up. You're working for NASA researching finding life on one of
On
Saturn's
organics,
moons.
right?
Organics, not life, not life.
Okay,
So
organics.
what have I done? Well, I mean, besides the iSci research projects, I didn't do any research after first year. I think I could have if I tried, but I didn't really want to. I was like, I want to have a summer. So it's not like, you don't have to work in the summer. I volunteered a bit in the first year of summer for the Bay Area Restoration Council. Basically, I sat in a little kiosk and I told people about how they were going to fix up Hamilton Harbor. Except usually people just ask me where the bathroom was and why I don't sell hot dogs. But anyway, and summer after second year, I was working with a researcher in the physics department who studied basically organic stuff in meteorites. So astrobiology is something that I'm really interested in, which is sort of like origins of life sort of type of thing. And so that was a pretty good experience. And as Sandra says, yes, I am working for NASA. I'm leaving tomorrow,
Oh,
early
you haven't
flight.
left yet.
No, it's tomorrow morning, my flight.
Nice. What's it called? There's this one thing like after first year, there's this thing called well, like in the chemistry department specifically, they have these yearly scholarships for first years
NSERC.
specifically.
No,
Not it
not the
wasn't. It's
answer.
not NSERC. Like the department dedicates, like they give like research scholarships, and you apply for it, and that gives you an
I didn't
opportunity
know
to
that.
work as a research assistant for some profs. And I applied for that. I didn't get it, but Mackenzie Richardson, who was an iSci grad,
Mac, my
yeah,
grandson.
he got that right after his first year, and he worked in some crazy chemistry lab right after first year, and then now he's like a super good chemist guy. So there, yeah, it's definitely possible to research after first year.
Mm.
And
Yeah,
especially for you, because you specifically, Marcos, because you did, like, you have experience already, so
yeah.
yeah, you'd be good.
Did Eileen have anything to add?
No, I'm
You're
not
still in
doing
first year.
Yeah.
No?
No.
Okay. Um, Marcos says hi. Okay. Hi, Marcos.
Hello.
Nice to see you.
How much
This
does
one is
iSci intermingle with ArtSci? I love the ArtScis. Yesterday, I just had a house party with them. They are the best people in the world. Mr. Matthew Jordan, who's in art science, he hosts this radio show every Thursday called We Want the Funk, and he invited me to like speak in it. Yeah, the ArtScis are our bros. They're like our sister program.
the art sites are great. I mean, like you're not forced to interact with them. Like it's not like we have like specific like projects or something with them, but like
Yeah.
we do get a lot of chances.
Tri-Sci
Um,
games,
yeah,
iSci semi-formal, like those things happen. And yeah, those are like lots of points for interaction. Like
yeah,
there's this thing called Tri-Sci, which is like iSci, ArtSci, and HealthSci. So like we do try to like have that bond with these programs, but we never like academically or in curriculum wise, we never actually mingle with them.
yeah. We go to their semi-formal.
Yeah.
Fun time there,
And
right,
then
Jim?
Fun times.
do our arcade event.
Mm,
Oh yeah, the arcade event. Yeah, yeah.
okay. Um,
Do you guys recommend requesting a friend as a roommate or going with the matching system? Ooh.
I was singles. I don't know.
I
Also, oh,
requested.
okay. Now you have an actual name that's not the other name. I was gonna say, wow, you have such a cool name, but okay, never mind.
Um, yeah, no, I requested my roommate, but I never like I requested him, but like I never knew him, if that makes sense. We went to high school, and then like I was like, "Oh, you're going to Mac? Be my roommate," and then I never talked to him until September. So it's basically going with the matching system.
Okay.
So I don't
I think
know.
Eileen probably has something to say.
Yeah. I had a double. My roommate was in Sockside. I didn't know her. So I didn't request a roommate, but I kind of wanted that. Like I wanted that experience, like going into university and like
Yeah.
meeting someone new. There were a few people from my high school going to Mac, but I don't know. I didn't really know them very well, so I didn't think like we'd be good, like a good living match together. And also like when you request, like when you do the when you apply for residence, like they ask you a lot of questions, and I think they do a really good job of matching you with your roommate. Like my roommate and I, like we got along really, really well together, and like at the end of the day, I'm really happy that like we got matched up and stuff. So, um, from my point of view, I don't know. I liked going in like kind of blind and seeing what happened, but it depends on yourself,
Yeah,
I guess.
it really just depends. Like
Yeah,
I've heard bad stories, I've heard good
yeah.
stories, but the CAs and the residence managers, they're definitely really helpful. So if you do have a problem with your roommate, if you go with the matching system, like they're very helpful with
Hmm.
either relocating or talking to your roommate or just like working things out. So they're really good at those kinds of things for first year.
Okay. Next question is, did any of you review the applications for this year? The answer is
No, I wanted
no, but
to. I
yeah, I
applied
wanted
to
to
do
as well. I
that.
applied, but
Kira
I
and
mean, we
Lauren
know who
told
did
me.
it. We know
Yeah,
who did
oh,
it,
I
but
just name dropped
they
it.
don't know they don't know your names. Like they got the applications without your names, so
Yeah.
they also probably can't tell you anything about it.
Man, I wanted to do it so badly. Maybe next year, hopefully.
Me too. I wanted it. It's a 2-year appointment though,
Do
so
you know anyone who commutes in iSci? Is it possible? Julia Pantaleo commutes from Mississauga
Yeah.
every day, and she's volunteering this summer in my lab, and she commutes every day, and it's crazy. But like, it's possible. Like, and also, what's his name? George Hanna.
Yeah, he's not commuting
He
next
also,
year, but he did commute for first year. It is
yeah, so it's
possible.
definitely
From
possible.
Mississauga as well. Yeah.
in Corey.
Yeah, but he's from Burlington. There are
Mm,
quite a few. Yeah, there's Corey from Burlington. There are a few. Everyone who lives in Hamilton commutes. Um, yeah, I think that's
yeah,
about it.
it's definitely possible. It's just really how you manage your time.
Hmm.
I mean,
Everyone,
like, it would be beneficial to be like here, but like I highly don't recommend you working with your group members at like 2 a.m. in the morning anyway. So, you know, yeah. And everything's online, so yeah, it's definitely possible to commute.
what happens if I leave this chat is a good question, right?
All right, because you made this chat.
Yeah.
Are you leaving?
No, no, I mean, like, I probably don't have to leave yet. I'm just wondering what happens if
Oh,
I
okay.
leave.
What time are you gonna go to bed to catch your flight?
Probably have to be about 10,
What time is your flight?
flight is 7:25 takeoff
Oh my God.
from Pearson, and I'm in Markham right now.
Oh wow.
Can you do
Too
stuff on
bad.
reading week or is it too busy? I went to the Philippines this reading week, so that's a thing.
Um, reading week.
And it's all
Yes,
about
you can
spring
do
break,
stuff.
you know? Am I right?
What did I do during reading week? I didn't do much, but like, yeah, you can do stuff.
Yeah.
Is it between projects? I think it's not between
Um,
projects.
it's not, but
It's
it's before
between
midterm.
projects. Oh, but there's midterms, yeah.
Yeah, so I think yeah, it was we finished like RP zero. We came back. It was midterms and RP one for the first semester, and then second
Oh, you're
semester.
thinking of fall reading week. I was
Oh,
only thinking of spring reading week.
oh,
Sorry.
and then for spring reading week, yeah, like we finished RP three, came back, did midterms, started.
Yeah,
Well, RP four started the week of midterms.
that
So
makes
yeah,
sense.
I worked during reading week. I didn't really go anywhere, but yeah, I
Yeah.
can go
It's
places.
actually in February, the reading week.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just got to spend time at home, which was great because I like being at home.
I was on an island resort, guys, so I won.
Oh, here we go. NASA questions are coming.
How'd you get your position at
Uh,
NASA? Did you just apply?
well, first we have to deal with the other one who was
Uh,
first. What do we like most about iSci? Common question, right?
whoa, that's a big
Um,
question. It changes.
mm,
I don't know what I like the most right now.
I think it changes every year.
Yeah.
I think
That's an
it's
interesting question to think about.
I
I
think
like a lot
really
of
for
things.
me, it's part of it is being able to being so close with everyone in your class, and
Hmm.
also at the same time just the fact that you can take what you're learning and sort of apply it to doing something rather than just sitting there and be like, okay, now I know this, now I know that,
Yeah.
and rather you're like, now I know this, and it means that I can do X, Y, Z with this new stuff that I know.
Yeah, that's a good insight. Yeah, I was actually having this conversation with one of my friends just over lunch, and we were just talking about like what iSci really like it really got me woke in the sense that like you have this like don't hate me for saying the words perspective, but you get this like perspective of like how things really work and how things really interconnect. Talking to someone who was like yeah everybody here just is just here to like get that linear like understanding of one specific thing and not really know what's actually happening in other parts of science. So having eyesight, like I really like the fact that we have this holistic, like we all have this holistic point of view now
Hmm.
just because we have that experience. Like yeah, it's easy to read about other things, but like to like have this hands-on or like full-on experience in working in so many different fields, you get a bigger perspective of it, of science.
Yeah, I
Hmm.
agree with you. I think what I liked a lot about iSci was that you get exposed to so many different things. Like I feel like going into iSci, I was like pretty narrow-minded with like the different sciences, and then you have like these speakers coming in like presenting about like their research. You learn so much. Like there's just so much out there. And again, like James, I agree. Like I do like how like close knit everyone is in the program. Yeah, like I came from like a really big high school, and then now in iSci, it's like you know everybody. It's really really nice.
Yeah. Okay. Next question is directed at me. So, yes, I did just apply, but unfortunately, sorry to disappoint a lot of people, but it's only open to people who are U.S. citizens. I was born there, in case anyone's wondering. Although I didn't really live there for very long. I lived there for what, 4 months?
Yes, I did go to St. Francis Xavier. I'm so sad that Hib is leaving. I'm actually visiting STFX next in a couple weeks or so.
Okay. Anyway, I was just gonna
I'm
finish my
excited.
answer then.
Oh yeah, yeah, go
Um,
finish.
what was I gonna say? Just to generalize this to everything else. Most of the time, if you get some sort of research position, it's because you applied for it. Usually, people don't come up to you and be like, "Hey, want to do this research with me?" So yeah, if you want to do like researchy things, or even just like most jobs, you do have to apply. But like applying's not that bad of a process.
Yeah.
Also, you learn very quickly that you shouldn't take rejections personally. Like I was rejected the first year that I applied for the NASA thing, and um, yeah, and then I did my thing in the second year, summer, in the physics department, and then they're like, "Hey, now this guy has done research, and we're gonna take him now." So yeah, keep applying. Don't get discouraged.
Yeah. Yeah. Ditto dingo.
Um, Next one that came up was this one.
Which one?
This one was Anjo.
Yes, I did go to FX. Yes, I'm sorry, I don't recognize you, but I will be visiting Mr. Hibbett and Mr. Vespa very soon. Next question.
Next
I think the
question.
next question is about analytical chemistry. If I hope it's about analytical chemistry,
I don't know. Then that
because that
one's
would
all
be
for you,
inappropriate.
Anjo.
Okay, if it's about analytical chemistry, I took analytical chemistry and now I'm working for my analytical chemistry prof, so I loved it. This is the textbook. It's my
Uh,
Bible. What do you feel about it? How do I feel about it? It was a very tough course. They call it anal chem for a reason, but definitely like the course is all about like how do you measure things and how to measure things in chemistry and how do you make sure that what you measure is actually what you're trying to study. And so that's like the most important thing you could study in like science. So definitely take it even if you're not in chemical biology or chemistry, it's definitely an interesting course to take, and it will take you many places, definitely for your IP or for your thesis.
Okay.
Anal's good.
Here comes the other really common question on these ones. I think the answer is almost always the same every year. I'm gonna say workload. There's a lot of stuff to do.
Yeah, there's so many things. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, every time we get this question, everyone's answer is that. So yeah, like there's a lot of stuff that we have to do, But I mean, it also comes with, them giving us so many opportunities to show that, we're learning stuff versus, 50% midterms in other courses.
No, I think another thing that like it's not really a dislike, but it's more like something that like it's like a blessing, but also like the opposite of a blessing. Like because of the fact that you get to experience so many things, and I'm sure that like you're interested in iSci because you're interested in so many different things. Having these opportunities really like pulls on your like brain, and it's just like, where do I want to go? What do I want to do with my life? What is happening? Like especially once you're in like second, third, and fourth year, when you're thinking about like what's after iSci, life after iSci, it's really hard to like just think about it, you know? So that was something that I really struggled with this past year, but it's definitely not something to hate, you know? Like it's just, it sucked. But yeah, the workload.
Yeah, workload. We actually talked about this with Joe during RP4, who was the project lead. I don't know, he just kept asking us what is something that we don't really like about iSci, and we said the workload, but then we talked about it, and we were saying like because there is a lot to do in iSci, it actually helps us with our time management skills. I never thought about it that in that perspective, but he's right. Like now that I'm taking Orgo, I only have one course. Like it is still a lot of work, but it kind of feels weird because I feel like I should be doing more as well. But I think in a way, like I kind of like almost the workload, how it's so heavy, which sounds bad. Like I don't know, I never thought I'd be saying that, but there is something good that comes out of it. I think you might not see it at first, but
Aw, that's so nice.
Good perspective.
What is the process for housing at second year?
Off campus. You look for people you
Yeah,
want
you
to
just
live with. Look for houses. There's usually a Facebook group. There's a site that's run by
like
I think it's the
master.
MSU or
Is it
something
MSU?
like that.
Yeah, there is a website where they list like reputable landlords, but yeah, it's just the process of finding someone to pay rent with you.
yeah,
Yep.
and it usually starts pretty early.
January.
Yeah,
Like
like that's when the
January-ish.
houses start getting posted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
But
it. If you don't find anything right away, it's not like they all disappear overnight.
yeah, because like
Don't
during the
panic.
summer, a lot of like houses, like student houses, they go through renovations and stuff, and then right after the renovation, they would like relist their house and stuff. So it's not the end of the world if you don't find a house in January.
Yep.
Someone wants laptop recommendations.
A light one.
Yeah.
Light one, good battery, Wi-Fi that doesn't break.
I mean, I think that was just your laptop,
That was
James.
my laptop. Yeah, I had a rough time with my Wi-Fi.
Yeah, just like something, don't like, yeah, just something that's light because like when you're in your lecture halls, especially like when you're in the bigger lecture halls, you don't want to have to be lugging around like a giant laptop because your desk is like really tiny.
Yeah.
So like an Ultrabook, any kind of Ultrabook, a MacBook if you want to spend the money. But I have a Lenovo IdeaPad, which is pretty good. Actually, no, I don't anymore. I have an Asus ZenBook. Totally
Yeah.
forgot what I had.
Just in terms of battery life is good once you're in upper years, especially if you take a lot of
Yeah,
lecture-based courses, because they don't have as many plugs as the tutorial rooms.
yeah, yeah, true. Yeah, battery life and portability and light portability.
Okay, how much stuff can you bring to residence?
All the stuff.
You know, like bring your grand piano, full length Yamaha. I'm kidding. I don't know. Bring as much as you need slash want slash fits in your room. Like, don't go overboard. I mean,
No.
how
Yeah,
much can you
less is
transport?
best. Less is best because then like moving out would be like a
Yeah,
problem.
Hmm.
moving out is the hard part. Then you're like,
Because
I
you
just finished
sequester all the
exams.
things, right? Like in
Yeah,
for
yeah.
like your
Also,
first day, you just bring like certain stuff, but then like you go home and then you bring back a lot of stuff, and you keep on
yeah.
hoarding, and then at the end of the year, it's just like,
But what I wanted to say is, you get like what 24 hours after your last exam to
Sometimes,
move
yeah,
out.
yeah.
So like, you gotta pack fast.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So
But
not
there's
too
no limit.
much
Yeah,
what you need.
there's no limit. It's just up to
Yeah.
you.
I mean, obviously, if it's too big to fit in your room, then that's a limit.
Yeah.
The limit does exist.
Oh, and no pets. I wanted to bring my dog once, but
They take fish. Fish are
oh, they
okay.
took fish. Okay.
Really?
Yeah, fish in a bowl are okay. All right. Notes: handwritten, electronic, or both.
Okay.
Um, I can start. I'll
Oh
be
yeah, you
quick.
can start. Yeah.
I typed everything, which is actually different from what I did in high school. I handwrote everything in high school, but typed almost everything in first year and second year because it was faster, and my handwriting is really hard to read, so sometimes I can't read my own handwriting. Um, I kept handwriting for math, and I think sometimes for physics, just because it's really hard to type equations really fast.
Yeah. It really just depends on the subject that you're thinking
Hmm.
of. Like for
And what you
orgo or for like any chemistry course, you would want to handwrite your stuff. From forensics, I feel like what's it called? Russ made a good point about like note-taking skills in the sense that like when you're typing, you're just mindlessly typing, you're not like actively learning. But when you're writing, you have to think about what you have to write down and what's important enough to write down. So that's like a way of active learning, but it really is up to you.
There's pedagogical studies on that, you know,
Yeah.
laptop note taking versus. Generally, the consensus is that handwriting your notes is better for learning. That's why some profs now like cite that study in their course outlines when they like recommend against you bringing laptops to class.
Oh no, my algebra class, it was prohibited to bring your laptop.
Wow.
Yeah, some profs will prohibit it, but that's right now.
Yeah. I remember we had this question last year, and yeah, Supriya said it like really just depended on the course. Like I found myself like for Earth Sci and Life Sci, I was typing because like Chad and Carolyn post like the slides in advance. Andrew's right for Chem. I was handwriting, math, physics, handwriting. Yeah. I guess it just depends like with the pace in the course.
If you're gonna type it, get OneNote. OneNote
Yeah.
is going to be your best friend. You can put everything on it, and like I still have my OneNote from my IP, and I look back at it all the time during my summer research now. So yeah, OneNote is if you're doing electronic, OneNote's the place to go, and you can back
Okay.
it up too. So yeah.
Yeah. Cloud. Okay. What was your application to admission process for iSci? The same as yours is what I'm gonna say.
Yeah. I think
I don't
I
think
think
it's
it
changed at
changed.
all. I mean, the questions changed
Just
a little
slightly,
from year to year, but it's more or less the same.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So congrats.
Yeah.
James, Eileen, guess what I noticed right now? The three speakers, like me, you, and James,
Yeah.
are all three INFJs.
Oh,
Really? Oh my God.
Isn't that so interesting?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
didn't notice that until you pointed it out.
I literally noticed it the moment I entered this hangout.
Wow.
Before it was Supriya, and Supriya's not.
She's
Supriya's
an
an E.
ENFJ,
Oh, okay.
Close enough.
like
I think there's
stress
quite a few
info.
INFJs in my year.
Yeah,
Really?
Pascal, Bronwyn,
I
Eileen.
think there are a
I
few
like
more.
INFJs.
I think
INFJs
INFJ
are
is like
easy.
everybody. So,
This is true. Hmm.
like stress info and Yconic? What? Sorry, I don't really understand the question.
I think that's a website.
Yeah.
Yconic?
Yeah.
I'll just
It's
check.
scholarships and student community.
I'm sorry, I don't know much about that.
Okay. Okay. Mm, I might have to go soon.
Okay.
Yeah. It's okay.
I don't know what will happen when I leave. Like stress, info, iconic. I have no idea
Care to
how to answer
clarify?
this.
What time did you guys start?
5.
5.
Yeah.
Oh, no problem.
Oh,
Thank you for
yeah.
listening.
Oh, you're
I enjoyed
welcome.
doing
Our
this.
pleasure.
Yeah, I always love Google Hangouts.
They're fun.
Let's see.
Oh my God, it's so hot in my apartment. There's no air conditioning, so like,
Mm.
it's the worst. At least the sun's not out anymore. The sun comes out tomorrow. Da, 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 da. What should I eat for dinner?
I think if I leave now, the thing closes.
I think.
We got some more
Oh,
background
okay,
questions.
so let's finish this question then. Apparently this is part of the previous question. I think it's the one that's still up.
Yeah.
Like stress info. Um, I got all my info from my friend who went to SHAD here, and from reading their website, and from going to Fall Preview. Yeah, that's where I got all my info.
Yeah, I know I learned about iSci at Fall Preview. Like I went because I was interested in life sci. I just saw a booth at the end of the hall. I'm like, what's that? And it was iSci with Charlotte Tusaw.
Oh,
And I
was
just
it?
started talking to her. And I was like,
Charlotte.
this sounds amazing. And then I watched the presentation with Chad and Sarah Simmons.
Oh,
And
that's
then
so
I was just
cute.
like in love with iSci.
Okay. Hopefully we answered that. If we didn't, feel free to message any of
Yeah,
us. I have to go,
that's all right.
and
Okay,
I have a
I
feeling
just,
that if
yeah,
I leave, this broadcast ends.
that's
yeah,
okay.
So I might as well just stop it.
We'll do another one.
yeah. And we're also all on
Okay.
the 2020 group, so
Yep.
feel free to like message any of us on Facebook or email if you want to email us.
Or just post
Internet
it
connection while I'm down in the States.
Yeah,
in
yeah. Oh yeah, James. Good luck down there in the
the
States.
Thank
You really
you.
don't need it, James. You're gonna do great.
Okay, she clarified her question.
Okay.
For the application process, how did you handle the waiting? Did you talk to people or go on forums? How did you react when you got in? Oh, okay. Um,
I was really busy, so I didn't actually worry too much about the waiting.
yeah, I remember when I got the offer, I was like doing calculus homework and I was like, what is this email? I was like, oh shit, did I really just get accepted to iSci right now? Yeah.
That's
That's
Uh,
pretty
funny.
happy.
I was
Yeah.
pretty happy too. I was set on McMaster because I was looking into like life sci and health sci as well, but then iSci really like sold me.
Yeah.
I was sold to iSci. Did I talk to people or go on forums?
I didn't.
Yeah, I don't think I did. Like we didn't have like James Lai equivalent when I was in when I was entering first year. So I yeah, I I came in blind.
Yeah, for me, when I found out, it was funny because we were all posting on Facebook on like the McMaster accepted group, and then I found some people that I met from high school workshop. We were all like freaking out together. But yeah, it was a good feeling.
Aw.
Did I talk to people? Yes, because we had we had our 2019 group. I talked to James. I talked to
Oh,
Adam Marr.
you guys are just flattering me now. This is gratuitous.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I did
good
not go in
times.
forums though. No. Okay. Yeah,
You're going to?
I think so. Yeah.
I'm so
All right.
lonely.
It's
Like
okay,
my roommate's not
Andrew.
even
We still love
here.
you.
Like I just got home from from the school. I'm just like, what should I do tonight? Like,
Hmm.
I'd probably go
All
to
right.
Supriya's house or something. I don't know.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Well, thanks, James and Anjo.
Yeah, thank you to Eileen for the
Oh, you're
rap.
welcome.
Yes, the
Eileen is
wonderful
super
rep.
nice.
And yeah,
Good
thanks
night
for
from Team
planning all of this.
INFJ.
Yes.
Team INFJ, woo!
And thank you to everyone who's watching, and like your questions are really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you have more, message us. Hopefully we'll run more.
Yeah,
Yep.
we will for sure. It
Okay.
was a
All
good
right.
session.
All right.
Good
Bye,
night, guys.
Yeah,
everyone.
bye.
And three,
Yeah, I want to
two,
see.
one. Pressing the stop broadcast
Uh,
button now.